All right, good evening and welcome back to our channel, Princess Seat. Today, I've been just so engaged and engrossed with a lot of things, so I couldn't bring us a timely update, as it were. But thanks be to God, I'm a little bit less busy right now. So we thank the Lord. Today is the 6th of August, 2025. And we are so grateful for what God is doing in the grand ecosystem. We know we can recount our minds back to the times that the atmosphere was so tense, where petitions were flying from different corners trying to taint the program, taint the very essence of the program. But heaven had already written the conclusion that no earthly form of opposition could stop an assignment that is designed by God. In other words, if God sends something to deliver his children, he would definitely back it up. And we thank the Lord for all those who stood unshakable with unshakable faith that has inspired a lot, thousands of people who look up to this promised grant. And we believe that the symbol of stability we have right now is a leeway towards the favor of God towards us. In the submission of Pastor Donald this afternoon, beg your pardon, we could, as we all continue to wait for this divine mandate to be fulfilled, we saw that the good news, according to what he said, that the good news can happen at any time. In other words, we should not panic. We should expect this favor to really become a reality any moment from now. And as far as you are a genuine subscriber who are legitimately subscribed to this initiative, definitely your money is going to hit your bank account in a short while. In other words, this is not a time to entertain any fear or confusion whatsoever kind. It is a time rather to walk in readiness for that which God has in store for us. It is easy to get worried when the process seems a little bit long or longer than expected. But it's also important to remember that when the cloud is full, definitely rain must fall. In the words of Pastor Donald, he reminded us also that this movement is not built on deception. It is not built on emotion. It is also a structured, strategic way that God wants to release this wealth into the hands of those who genuinely subscribed to this initiative. So if you have done the right thing in time, if you have done the right thing, keep your peace, because your testimony is definitely loading. And to the doubters and the panicked amongst the ecosystem, know who you subscribe with is one major point that he also pinpointed there. Just like we have the likes of NGO that are coming up, we see a lot of them coming up at this nick of time, and I'm beginning to wonder whether all of them are legitimate. A lot of NGOs coming up, I'm not even sure whether some of them are registered. This one just come up, give it one name, one funny name, just to get 5,000, 10,000 from desperate individuals. And that's one of the biggest lie that is being pushed around right now. The idea of people just a kind of peddling NGO, which is not really recognized anywhere, just to make money for themselves. Another one singular lie is the peddling of lies that the program is collapsing or that the program is fake. But I want you to ask yourself that if these were fake, why are powerful people trying so hard to hijack the process? Because if it was fake in the first place, there won't be this tenseness, there won't be this so much energy that is released to make the thing fall. That is to say, there is something of value that is attached to this initiative. It's because they know the truth that this wealth transfer is definitely real. They see what is coming for the masses. They see this is going to set families at liberty, going to get people away from the impoverishment that have bedeviled them over years. And that's what the devil doesn't like in the first place. He wants to keep people in the cage and perpetuate poverty. But God is set to liberate the people. They see what is coming. They know the potential of what's about to happen in your life. And some can't stand that. They can't stand that. So, but we say don't panic. Princess should encourage you tonight that you should not panic, because it is real. What is coming is bigger than what you could carry. It's bigger than your expectations. Please know who you subscribe with. And I keep saying that once again. Know who you dissipated your funds with. Because I don't want to say that certain individuals will cry eventually when they discover that the person they paid was not even an NGO, or is not nowhere to be found, is not anywhere. It just came up all in the name, because it is the cheapest things to do. You just create a WhatsApp forum and name it one, I don't know, humanitarian service, and share the link, and it has some food soldiers also. They were the admin there. They share the link and you see that, and before you know, they craft out a message that looks so catchy and just pay 5,000, 10,000, because they're expecting billions coming, all in the name of Pioneer projects. And you just look at it, and after all, you're desperate. You want to pay. You're asking for the money of somebody that is hungry. You want to just get into that system, and you don't know who that person is. You don't even know how credible the individual is. You just paid after all, and you are in expectation too. You're expecting that will come when the payment happens. You are following up, and the person is playing you, and he knows that he is nowhere. He is the only person that knows that he has no base and is nowhere. You trusted that he's somewhere, and that's where cry begins. So it's a very critical point, very critical message to note. Know who you subscribe with. Know where you plunge in your fund. Don't throw it anywhere. Don't throw it anywhere. Please, don't throw it anywhere. It's going to be so dangerous. All right. Having said that, I also want to appreciate the county director, Apostle Professor Ken. At the heart of the patience is also compassion. While others are fighting for positions, for recognitions and praise, Apostle Ken is fighting for you. Yes, I'm a strong proponent of his voice, and I will not stop that, no matter what anybody else says. I'm a strong proponent of the voice of the shepherd is good for the sheep. Else the sheep are bound to go and eat local wheat, or eat anything or any kind of food that they feel that, sheep cannot lead themselves. Sheep cannot lead themselves. That is one thing about sheep. If it is goat does not need a leader. You see, but when it comes to shepherd, there must be a sheep. And before there is a sheep, there has to be a prepared shepherd. And shepherd always guide the sheep, so that the sheep will not eat anything, because they are too tender in their heart. So see this whole grand ecosystem as a place. It's almost like a congregation, a gathering of people who majority don't even know what they're supposed to do. Then imagine that the person that's supposed to tell them what to do is not saying nothing over time. Then they definitely are going to do things wrong. That's the problem here. So, but I want to appreciate him. He's fighting for us at different times. The single mother, the struggling youth, the retiree who lost their savings at different times, the young person who needed capital to start a project or a dream, an ambition. I see that he refused to be distracted, because he knows who he is fighting for. He's not just fighting to make noise, he's also fighting to make history. And I pray for him so seriously that God will help him to help a lot of people within this grand ecosystem. The tears of the masses are not wasted. They are being bottled in heaven. I see that. and that very soon, so very soon, God is releasing joy in exchange for every single one of us. We'll say it again and without apology. Apostle Ken is a man who builds and has built over time, because a man who builds without God will build in vain. But a man who builds with God will stand the test of time. He's going to stand the oppositions. He's going to stand every storms, every pranks, every gimmicks, every oppositions that comes against him. He's going to stand through tall in everything. And I don't want to see him build on the sand, but on the rock. And that is why even when the floods of criticisms came against him, he also stood firmly. And that is what we must do. So to all the Nigerians who are in expectation, prepare yourself. Get your heart ready. Get your details right. Keep your spirit very calm. Your celebration is just around the corner. The nights of delay are ending shortly. The dawn of fulfillment is also breaking through. The same way women travail before they give birth. This long wait is the sign of a great delivery that is going to happen to us. Conclusively, to every genuine subscriber across the nation and listening to me right now, your time is about to be fulfilled. Your faith in the process is not in vain. Your patience is about to be rewarded. Remain so resolute. Don't allow fear to speak louder than your faith. Align your expectation with God's divine timing, and when the alert finally drops, remember to testify, because testimony is also a proof of trust. We celebrate the county director and all the foot soldiers, not just as a county director, but as a divine instrument in this fundamental financial revival. We honor everyone who have spoken in time to lift up the faith of others as we all celebrate in due course. All Nigerians who are in expectation, the time to rejoice is near. Thank you very much. This is Princess. In case you're new, do subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on vital updates. When we drop one, you have one. Thank you and have a nice day. God bless you.